Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Move Podcast, and man, Aaron Rodgers is really wanting a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's holding up, all these teams that are waiting to hear back from him, especially the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I've been on the record saying I don't want him because of this. Right? I mean, Aaron Rodgers. The draft is coming up, and as we should be talking about the draft, and they are, but it's like Aaron Rodgers is also dominating headlines because this guy can't make up his mind. What are your options, bro? I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? And if we're the Steelers, we're stupid enough to bring him on, fine. Okay, I'm just going to cook him every chance I get, unless he proves me otherwise that he's shown that he can be an elite, quarterback from the pocket. And he has some mobility after his Achilles injury a couple years ago. And as he's going on age 42. But this is the clown show at its best. It's embarrassing for the Steelers organization to be waiting on a guy like him. Like, who is Aaron Rodgers to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Okay, like, seriously, like, I get our whole problems, but those are our problems in terms of we haven't won a playoff game in 9 years, and we don't view Aaron Rodgers. I feel like I can speak for many Steelers fans that we do not view Aaron Rodgers as his savior. For some reason, this is bringing back Brett Favre all over again. I remember years ago after Brett Favre's first stint with Minnesota, he was contemplating whether he was to come back, retire, all this nonsense. And, the Minnesota Vikings had to go out there to wherever he was in the South, Mississippi, wherever, to talk to him, or, he was in Texas at the time. I don't know, to go get him to come back and play one more season. And that season ended up becoming a disaster, the 2010 season. Okay. This is just dirty all the way around, man. Like, I don't know why. The end. I mean, look, and I'm seeing articles saying that it's the Steelers and no one else. If he knows it's the Steelers, then why haven't y'all signed? Okay, and if he hasn't signed yet, then you're still weighing your options. We're still waiting. It's almost kind of like, holding the Steelers hostage. And then when he comes, it's like, we got to bow down to this idiot. Man, this is a joke. This is a big joke, man. It's like, yo, NFL, like, why can't we just have some balls and be like, yo, we're not in the Aaron. We publicly be like, yo, we're out the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. We're gonna look into the draft for a quarterback and bring in and look at, maybe bring in Russell Wilson again. You know what I'm saying? Just move on. Like I don't like the Steelers. The fact that they're waiting to make a historic franchise like the Pittsburgh Steelers wait is an embarrassment to the Steelers itself. I mean the Roonies, and what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, have some backbone, have some with Steeler pride. To wait for this bozo is insane, right? And to hear that all these teams are waiting for Rodgers' decision, it's like, well, but really, what's his options out there? And then what? We're gonna pay him how much? You know what I'm saying? Dude, we're going to pay a guy. Like, well, here we go again, going down this old quarterback route. We kept Ben Roethlisberger too long. Well, we didn't have a chance to properly tank. Okay, because we want to keep Mike Tomlin never having a losing season. But what has that netted us, man? Nothing. We go through the Kenny Pickett, the Mason Rudolph route. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of BS with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that's on the side, right? But then this right now, this is a complete sideshow. And mark my words, this will not work out. If we end up doing Aaron Rodgers, this is not going to work out. Hard Knocks should be covering this team so we can get an insight on how much of a douchebag this idiot is, right? And how frustrating he's making Mike Tomlin and his Pittsburgh staff and the guys on offense and everything. You know what I'm saying? Is Arthur Smith? Is Arthur Smith glowing about wanting Aaron Rodgers? I don't think so, but I don't like Arthur Smith either. So maybe it's a match made in heaven when these two idiots can ruin the team. We can tank Tomlin. We have a losing season. We keep Tomlin or not, whatever. But we can start a new path in a new Steeler era. Man, maybe getting Rodgers might be the best thing possible. So we know never to do something stupid like this ever again. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.